Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all or good evening. You are once again welcome here on the Tribune of Awakening Consciousness. So this is the headline of international news. We ask ourselves the question, but why is President Cyril Ramaphosa doing this to us? This? Yes. Why is Cyril Ramaphosa doing this to Africa? You might ask me what? What is he doing to Africa? I will tell you that in recent times, Cyril Ramaphosa has managed to impose respect for Africa on the Westerners, to anyone who wants to hear it. But in the last 48 hours, Cyril Ramaphosa, it seems like he has made a turnaround. It seems like he is taking a step back, which does not suit him at all, which does not suit Africa, especially the Africa of sovereignties. You know, in total arrogance, the United States of America decided to expel its ambassador. Yes, Ibrahim Rasool. This ambassador, appointed by the sovereign state of South Africa, who was sent to the United States of America in the name of South African diplomacy, this ambassador was expelled like, I don't even know. That is to say, even an ordinary citizen, you can't expel them like that. Through such remarks, even more so a diplomat. It's a situation that deserved a reciprocal response. A reciprocal response. You expel my ambassador, I expel your ambassador. And that's how sovereign Africa must impose its respect. That's how sovereign Africa must ensure that its respect is imposed. As it happens within the AES, you expel my ambassador, I expel your ambassador. Afterwards, we meet, we sit down, we discuss, we laugh, and then we engage in dialogue and make peace. And then each one knows the other's limits. But unfortunately, Cyril Ramaphosa, he decided, according to him, to be moderate. So, the decision he made after the expulsion of his ambassador in total arrogance, that's what we are going to discuss in this video conference. But before continuing, I ask you to share this video conference. Share it as much as possible in all possible places. Give it a lot of likes. Above all, subscribe and invite your friends to subscribe. So let's dive deep, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive deep. Yes. What's happened? Since Donald Trump arrived at the White House, things have not been going well between South Africa and the United States of America. Things are not going well. We mentioned it in one of our video conferences. First, the United States of America accuses South Africa of pursuing a policy of expropriation, which does not align with their wishes. Then, they accuse this ambassador of not liking Donald Trump. Is he obliged to like him? Is he obliged to like his policy? He is not obliged. He is a diplomat. The most important thing is that the Vienna Conventions of 1969 are respected between these two nations, since each nation has an interest in the territory of the other. So what is happening? We have witnessed that this South African ambassador, Ibrahim Rasool, was expelled. Now the South African government has reacted. The South African government expressed its regret over this expulsion, emphasizing that it takes note of this decision, which it describes as regrettable. That is to say, Cyril Ramaphosa. South Africa simply limited itself to describing the decision as regrettable. If it were the IS, imagine the words that would have come out. Because when US Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke, he used very strong and powerful words. They used very strong and powerful words. So, if it were the AIS, they wouldn't have just said, no, it's regrettable. No, they would have said, but this is nonsense. You have disrespected our state. That's determination. That's the quest for sovereignty. That's imposing respect. If it had happened in the AS, those are harsh words. like the words used by the military, which were about to come out. This is what is called the principle of reciprocity in diplomacy. That doesn't spoil anything. But what does South Africa say? It's regrettable. They take note. And then it's a statement from the South African presidency. So Pretoria assured that it would undertake diplomatic steps to manage the situation. Maranatha, undertake diplomatic steps to manage the situation. That means it's to go and bow down. Certainly. Otherwise, the way we have seen very recently, if we need to respond to the United States of America regarding expropriation, we liked it. Respect must be imposed. But if necessary, it moves to a much higher level. And you position yourself in the north, we will follow a process that will allow us to manage. Whether you follow a process or not, it will be managed. These are international relations. No state today has an interest in its diplomacy failing with another state. Because the world has become a global village today, there is interdependence present. We all need each other. These states, which we describe as strong and powerful, need the less strong states. And vice versa. So, Pretoria has assured that it will undertake diplomatic steps to manage the situation. Crispin, fiery, the spokesperson for South Africa's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, specified on the social network X that the country would adopt a diplomatic approach to handle this expulsion. And so, in response to this measure, the South African president also called for the preservation of respect for established diplomatic norms, while reaffirming her commitment to maintaining constructive and beneficial relations with the United States of America. This reflects South Africa's moderate stance, which, despite this difficulty, seeks to avoid escalating tensions. Here is what is said. South Africa will seek to do everything possible to maintain its relations with the United States of America. Maranatha. This happened at the AC. They said, go ahead. They chased the Americans away. In Niger, they chased the Americans away. They chased the Americans away. Afterwards, America came. Tomorrow, June like that, they came. To be able to negotiate, to continue maintaining relations, the Nigerian authorities refused to receive them. They said, well, you cannot come to us without notifying us. They said, okay, there is no problem, we will come back. They left. Afterwards, they came back. Cyril Ramaphosa. But their ambassador must be revoked. An escalation must also be chosen. Afterwards, now together, we will seek to de-escalate. Whatever happens, there will always be de-escalation. Here is what touches me, what touches Pan-Africans. Anyway, we will continue to follow what comes out of it. We will come back here on the Tribune of Awakening Consciousness to be able to talk about it. So thank you to everyone. I will be back shortly with new updates. This was the voice of your one and only Samurai.